If you're a man over 60, you've probably noticed some changes in your body, especially when it comes to your prostate. Maybe you're waking up multiple times in the night to pee, or you find it harder to fully empty your bladder. Perhaps you've had those frustrating moments of standing at the toilet, waiting for that stream to start. These are all common signs of prostate issues, and while they may feel like just a normal part of aging, they're often far more serious. But these symptoms aren't inevitable. They don't just happen because you're getting older. In fact, what many don't realize is that certain everyday habits you may have been doing for years, are quietly damaging your prostate. Listen closely. Your prostate is trying to get your attention. It's signaling that something isn't right, but the habits you've developed over time are making things worse. I'm Dr. Catherine Rockra, a urologist and men's health expert, and for over 2 decades, I've seen firsthand how easily these habits sneak up on us. In my experience, these seemingly harmless everyday actions can lead to more than just discomfort. They can put you at risk for serious prostate problems like enlargement, and even worse, if left unchecked, can increase your chances of developing prostate cancer. But the good news is that once you understand these habits, you can start to make simple changes that can reverse the damage and protect your health. Your body is resilient. It just needs the right care and the right knowledge. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 4 common habits that are silently damaging your prostate after 60 and give you the tools to turn things around. These habits are incredibly common, even among men who otherwise consider themselves healthy. Ignoring them, however, can lead to increased inflammation, urinary problems, and a prostate that is slowly losing balance. If you're tired of dealing with constant urgency or discomfort, stay tuned. You're not stuck with these issues forever. Change is possible, and it starts with awareness. But first, before we get started, I'd love to hear from you. If you're feeling the frustration of prostate-related symptoms, leave a yes in the comments and share what's been bothering you. I read every comment, and your feedback helps guide these conversations. Let's dive in. This could be the most important video you watch today. Your diet plays a huge role in your overall health, and unfortunately, many men over 60 unknowingly harm their prostate by sticking to unhealthy eating habits. High amounts of saturated fats, processed meats, and refined carbohydrates, foods that are often found in convenience-based diets, can contribute to long-term health issues. While the damage isn't always immediate, over time, these foods create an internal environment that puts significant stress on your prostate. The sad reality is that many men are simply unaware of how their dietary choices are impacting their prostate health. You might feel fine today, but decades of unhealthy eating slowly take their toll. Consuming too many high-fat foods, processed meats like sausages and bacon, and refined carbs, think white bread, sugary snacks, and fast food, promotes a persistent state of inflammation within your body. Inflammation might not cause immediate discomfort, but over time, it starts to affect your prostate's function. To put it simply, chronic inflammation causes your prostate to become more irritated, inflamed, and ultimately enlarged. It's like leaving a damp sponge in a dark, warm place. It starts soaking up bacteria and gets bigger over time. Similarly, your prostate begins absorbing these pro-inflammatory signals, and the constant irritation eventually leads to its growth. When inflammation is allowed to fester, the body's inflammatory molecules, often triggered by foods like red meat and fatty snacks, start to exert persistent pressure on the prostate. This pressure encourages the prostate cells to grow and multiply, which leads to enlargement. Over time, this can result in symptoms like difficulty urinating, a weaker urine stream, and frequent nighttime trips to the bathroom. What's worse is that this kind of enlargement isn't something you can easily reverse without changing the root causes. If you don't address the inflammation, it keeps building up, pushing your prostate out of balance and making the problem worse. Many men with prostate issues experience a frustrating cycle. Prostate enlargement leads to urinary discomfort, And that discomfort often triggers late-night eating or a quick sugary drink to calm the nerves. At first, these snacks might feel like a temporary relief, but they're only making things worse. The more you indulge in these inflammatory foods, the more you fuel the very inflammation that's causing your prostate issues. It's a downward spiral, one that can only be broken with intentional changes to your diet and lifestyle. You may have noticed some subtle signs: urgency, dribbling after urination, or frequent nighttime bathroom trips. These early symptoms can be easy to ignore, especially if they don't cause immediate pain. But they're not trivial. These red flags are your prostate's way of telling you that something needs to change. Ignoring them can lead to bigger problems down the road, including more severe urinary symptoms and potentially more complicated health issues. Focus on incorporating more vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains, and healthy fats into your daily meals. Opt for olive oil, nuts, and fatty fish, while limiting red meat and refined carbohydrates. If you can, try filling half your plate with colorful produce. These foods contain antioxidants and vitamins that help combat inflammation and keep your prostate functioning optimally. A healthier diet not only benefits your prostate, but also boosts your overall well-being. With your diet revamped, you've taken a major step toward relief. Next, we'll explore another common habit that's silently damaging your prostate. Obesity and metabolic syndrome are serious risk factors for prostate issues. These two conditions directly impact your prostate, particularly as you age. In fact, obesity and metabolic syndrome, which includes high blood sugar, high blood pressure, and abnormal cholesterol levels, are strongly linked to prostate enlargement, known as benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH. When your body is struggling with metabolic dysfunction, it can cause changes that affect your prostate's health. One of the key factors driving the link between obesity and prostate problems is hormonal imbalance. Excess fat, especially visceral fat, doesn't just sit idly in your body. It's an active tissue that produces hormones. And when you carry excess adipose tissue, it acts as a hormone factory, pushing your body towards an estrogen-dominant state. This shift causes an imbalance that contributes to inflammation in the prostate, a leading factor in its enlargement. Obesity adds additional strain on your prostate. This extra burden increases insulin and inflammatory signals, leading to the growth and multiplication of prostate cells. Over time, this process can accelerate prostate enlargement, causing more frequent urination and other unpleasant symptoms. In a study called the Baltimore Longitudinal Study of Aging, severely obese men, those with a BMI of 35 or higher, had more than 3 times the odds of developing prostate enlargement compared to men of normal weight. Even more concerning, men with elevated blood sugar levels or diabetes were at an even higher risk. In some cases, their risk of prostate enlargement was 2 or 3 times greater. But the picture isn't just about weight. It's the chemical environment your body creates, from elevated insulin levels to increased inflammation, that makes the prostate vulnerable. Obesity and metabolic syndrome are becoming more common as our lifestyles change. Long hours sitting at a desk, eating convenience foods high in sugar and processed fats, and spending too much time in front of screens create the perfect storm for weight gain and metabolic problems. Over time, these habits lead to insulin resistance, when your body becomes less responsive to insulin, making it harder to regulate blood sugar. The results in the accumulation of fat, particularly around your abdomen, leading to a buildup of visceral fat. This fat is dangerous because it's not just fat, it's a source of ongoing inflammation. And this inflammation is a significant contributor to prostate problems, including BPH. The unfortunate part is that these changes happen slowly. You might not notice them right away, but the foundation for prostate issues is quietly being laid down. Obesity and metabolic syndrome can set off a destructive feedback loop, one that feeds on itself and worsens over time. It starts with insulin resistance, where your body can no longer manage blood sugar levels effectively. As this happens, inflammation levels rise throughout the body, including the prostate. That inflammation triggers further prostate enlargement, worsening symptoms of benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH. But it doesn't stop there. As the prostate enlarges, it continues to send signals that fuel insulin resistance, keeping the cycle alive. This process becomes a vicious loop where each step makes the next one worse. Your prostate suffers, and so does your overall health. You don't have to stay trapped in this cycle. There's a way out, and it starts with managing your weight. A combination of balanced nutrition and regular physical activity can help you shed those extra pounds and lower your risk. Even small reductions in waist circumference, around 5 to 10% of your body weight, can have a big impact. Lowering insulin levels and reducing the signals that promote prostate growth can start the process of reversing the damage. Start with a Mediterranean-style eating plan, which emphasizes healthy fats, lean proteins, and a variety of vegetables. This type of diet is packed with nutrients that support both metabolic and prostate health. It also helps to prioritize fiber-rich foods like whole grains and legumes, which stabilize blood sugar and keep you feeling fuller for longer. And don't rush it. Aim for gradual, sustainable weight loss. Even losing a modest amount can have noticeable benefits, not just for your waistline, but for your prostate health as well. Regular checkups to monitor your glucose and lipid levels will give you insight into your progress. This ongoing feedback helps you stay motivated and on the right track. Seeing your efforts pay off in real time is empowering, and it's one of the most effective ways to stay focused on improving your prostate health. With your metabolic health improving, it's time to move on to another key factor in prostate health, vitamin D deficiency. Vitamin D is often called the sunshine vitamin, and for good reason. It's more than just something you get from the sun. It's a powerful player in your overall health, especially when it comes to your prostate. This vitamin plays a critical role in regulating inflammation and cell growth, both of which are vital for keeping your prostate healthy. But when levels are low, problems can arise. Think of vitamin D as the traffic cop for your body. It directs the flow of inflammatory cells, making sure they don't build up and cause damage. But when vitamin D is in short supply, this traffic cop is absent and inflammation starts to build up, especially around the prostate. This inflammation doesn't just sit there. It can lead to a range of issues, including the painful enlargement of the prostate. Studies show a direct connection between low vitamin D levels and prostate problems. In fact, men with BPH often have significantly lower levels of 25-hydroxyvitamin D, a key marker of vitamin D status. The lower your levels of vitamin D, the larger your prostate can become, and the worse your urinary symptoms might get. Research has also revealed some surprising findings about vitamin D's ability to fight inflammation at a cellular level. In lab settings, scientists have found that vitamin D analogs can block signaling pathways that are known to increase prostate cell growth and fibrosis, two key contributors to prostate enlargement. When vitamin D is doing its job, it slows down this growth, keeping the prostate healthier and more functional. It's no surprise that many people today are struggling with vitamin D deficiency. Lifestyle factors are a big reason why. For starters, many older adults spend more time indoors, which limits their sun exposure. You might not realize that just a few minutes of direct sunlight every day is enough to trigger your skin to produce vitamin D. Sunscreen, while essential for skin protection, also prevents your skin from producing vitamin D when exposed to the sun. So, even if you're diligent about sun protection, it might be contributing to the very deficiency you're trying to avoid. Aging skin is another issue. As your skin ages, it becomes less efficient at synthesizing vitamin D from sunlight. This means that without conscious effort, vitamin D deficiency can sneak up on you, quietly undermining your prostate health. One of the best ways to boost your vitamin D levels is simple sun exposure. Just 15 minutes of midday sun on your arms and legs several times a week is enough to trigger your body's vitamin D production. It's a natural, effective way to help keep your prostate functioning properly. Of course, this is easier in warmer months, but even during the colder seasons, getting outside for a bit each day is crucial. It's important not to overdo it, though. You're aiming for moderate exposure, not enough to risk sunburn. But what if you can't get enough sun? Supplementation comes in. Taking a vitamin D3 supplement, in doses ranging from 1,000 to 2,000 IU daily, can help fill the gap. Just like with sunlight, you're helping your body maintain those crucial vitamin D levels, preventing inflammation and excessive cell growth around your prostate. Before you start taking supplements, it's important to consider getting a blood test. This ensures you're not only supplementing correctly, but also tailoring the dosage to your needs. Everyone's body is different, and too much or too little can have different effects. When your vitamin D levels are where they should be, your body has a much better chance of regulating immune function and controlling prostate cell activity. It helps keep inflammation in check and prevents the rapid growth of prostate cells. This, in turn, helps slow the progression of BPH and promotes better prostate function overall. With your vitamin D levels on track, it's time to turn our attention to another critical factor in prostate health, physical activity, or the lack of it. In today's world, many of us spend hours sitting, whether it's at a desk, behind the wheel of a car, or in front of the TV. This modern lifestyle, which encourages prolonged sitting, is quietly taking a toll on your prostate health. It might seem harmless, but inactivity has serious consequences for the prostate. When you remain stationary for too long, your pelvic blood flow slows down significantly. Without regular movement, your prostate, along with the surrounding tissues, gets deprived of the essential oxygen and nutrients it needs to stay healthy. This lack of circulation makes the prostate more vulnerable to inflammation, cellular stress, and other issues that can lead to enlargement over time. Think of your pelvic region as a garden. Just like plants need water and sunlight to thrive, your prostate needs proper circulation to stay healthy. Regular movement, like walking or light exercise, is essential for this. If the pelvic area doesn't get enough circulation, it's like letting weeds overrun a garden. Inflammation, like those pesky weeds, takes over and can cause damage, including benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, which results in an enlarged prostate. Exercise acts as a sprinkler system for your pelvic region, delivering the nutrients and oxygen that your prostate needs while washing away the metabolic waste that can contribute to inflammation. In the health professionals' follow-up study, men who engaged in just 2 to 3 hours of walking per week saw a 25% lower risk of developing BPH. This means that something as simple as walking could have a big impact on the health of your prostate. In fact, any increase in physical activity, no matter how small, can significantly lower your risk of prostate issues, with studies showing a 25% reduction in symptoms for men who stay active. Simple movements throughout the day are incredibly effective at preventing stagnation and promoting healthy circulation. Start by standing up and stretching every 30 minutes. This small habit can go a long way in keeping your pelvic blood flow active. Another easy way to incorporate movement is by taking short walking breaks throughout the day. These mini walks, just 5 to 10 minutes, can keep your blood circulating and prevent those uncomfortable symptoms from creeping in. Ideally, aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise each week. Brisk walking, cycling, or even swimming are all great options that help maintain prostate health while boosting overall well-being. Pelvic floor exercises, like Kegels, are another excellent way to improve circulation in the pelvic region. By strengthening the muscles around the prostate, these exercises help support healthy blood flow and can reduce the risk of prostate enlargement. It's a simple practice you can do almost anywhere, while watching TV or even sitting at your desk. Small, simple adjustments can make a significant difference. For example, park a little farther from your destination to encourage walking. Skip the elevator and take the stairs to get your muscles moving. And while you're on the phone, take a few laps around your home or office. These effortless movements add up. And before you know it, you'll be moving more than you ever thought possible. The effects of regular physical activity are cumulative. As you continue moving throughout your day, you'll promote healthy circulation, reduce inflammation, and help maintain your prostate size within healthy limits. And this doesn't just improve prostate health. It also supports your overall well-being from your heart to your bones. By incorporating physical activity into your routine, along with a balanced anti-inflammatory diet, weight management, adequate vitamin D, and other healthy lifestyle habits, you can create a powerful framework to preserve your prostate health. However, these habits aren't loud troublemakers. That's exactly why they're dangerous. They slip into your routine unnoticed, year after year, stressing your urinary system and nudging your prostate off balance. The result? More bathroom trips, that nagging feeling of never fully emptying, and frustration stealing your peace. In my 20 years as a urologist, I've watched men in their 70s cut nighttime bathroom visits in half by adjusting their plate. Seen guys in their 80s restore bladder control just by adding a daily walk. These are gentle tweaks to daily choices. Your body responds when you stop unintentionally irritating it. If you've been uneasy about changes down there or tired of planning your day around bathroom stops, hear this. You hold real power here. Your prostate doesn't have to control your life. Start by asking one simple question today. Is this habit supporting my health or secretly working against it? If this resonated, subscribe and share it with a friend facing similar struggles. Small knowledge sparks big change, like Bill, 68, who told me last week he's finally sleeping through the night after fixing his vitamin D levels. Thank you for investing this time in your well-being. Your health journey isn't behind you. It's unfolding right now, and your best days are still ahead.